Hi, Helen. You're probably watching this thinking, who the hell is this guy and how would he get my number? I'm Garth. Does that ring a bell? I was your dad's roommate at Georgetown, best man at this wedding. I'm your godfather. And last Thursday, I was up in Montecito and I ran into your mom at Trader Joe's. First time in about 20 years. But, it was great. We spent the whole day catching up. She told me all about you and what's going on. So the reason I'm sending this is, oh man, I gotta go way back. All right, bear with me. I used to be really close with your mom and dad. I mean, obviously they picked me as godfather. And your dad, he made a joke of it. He was like, "Oh, someday, and the day may never come." We all did Brando impersonations. He said, "You may be called upon to murder somebody on her behalf." Big joke. But you know what? I took it seriously. I showed up for birthday parties and family barbecues. I was around your house a lot when you were little. I have this photo your mom took. I'm holding you. I'm all smiley and proud, not realizing that you're vomiting on my Versace shirt. Yes, I wore Versace. But anyhow, when you were about 6 or 7, Kip and I had a falling out. Your dad can be very, and I'm gay. And that was one thing that he and I never talked about. Till one day we did. It didn't go well. I blew up at him and I just left. I was done. And that was the last time I saw him, or your mom, or your sister, or you. I guess you could say I threw the baby out with the bathwater. But I never forgot you, Helen. And I never felt right about how I skipped out. I haven't been a practicing Catholic for 40 years, but guilt, it's the first thing you learn. The dogma runs deep, especially if the Jesuits get a hold of you. And and I told myself, Godfather, it's not that big a deal. Your mom and dad thought of it as an honorific, a nice tradition. But the thing was, I knew what it meant. I'd been an altar boy. I knew what I was signing on to. The bargain I made wasn't with them. It was with you, and of course, God. As your godfather, I'm in charge of your immortal soul. Seriously, it's on Wikipedia. My job description is to help you attain salvation. That's what I've been blowing off for 20 years. So, last Thursday when I saw your mom, I said, it's time, do your job. I, I was going to call you up, give you some godfatherly advice. I was going to say, Helen, phone home. Your mom, anyhow, I guess she moved out. I was going to say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. But, God, then last night, I went on this Catholic trivia fact check on the internet, and before I knew it, I was deep down this rabbit hole. I was watching documentaries, sex crimes of priests and pregnant nuns, and finally this, I don't know what to call it, horror, tragedy. There's this town in Ireland, Tuam. In the 20s, it had a home for unwed mothers. A home. It was a prison, really, a workhouse run by nuns. Girls were sent there by their families and locked in, and they were forced to work. And then after they gave birth, they were kicked out, but they had to leave their babies behind. Yeah, the nuns kept them. They got money for them. They would foster them out or ship them to America in illegal adoptions, or they let them die. The government shut down the place in 1961, but they found this mass grave with the remains of 796 babies and small children thrown into a sewage tank. nuns did this. The Catholic Church. So, this morning I got up and I wasn't going to call you. I mean, I couldn't. I can't be your godfather. I want nothing to do with the Catholic Church. Not one thing. I quit. But I'm here because I got on my bike to clear my head. And there's something I need you to know, Helen, in case you haven't figured it out for yourself. Your immortal soul is your own. You do not need any help to attain salvation. Not from me, not from anybody. The only thing that you need rescued from is a fucked up world that says there is something wrong with you for being female or gay or having a baby outside of somebody else's crappy version of holy matrimony. You don't need saving. That's what I want to tell you. Your soul is safe. It's good. You were good. As for advice, if you feel like you have to give your new baby godparents, okay, I get that. Your mom said you have a Labradoodle and a cat. I'd go with them. This is your friend, Garth. Well, you got my number now. Call me anytime.